Brett Bassinger, who played Stargirl or Courtney on CW Stargirl, that ran for 3 seasons and then got canceled, confirmed a while ago, actually, but I wasn't in the mood to record it then. I am now. That there was a crossover in the works between The Flash and Stargirl. And it was going to be a multiversal crossover that would have involved Superman and Lois and some other projects. And it would have just been this huge final crossover for the Arrowverse. Wrapping everything up, bring everything together, it was pre-Crisis with season 2 of The Flash and Supergirl, or Black Lightning in Crisis. It would have been something like that. Obviously, it didn't work. Why? We don't really know. It just didn't go into fruition, I guess. But Superman and Lois is still on the air. We did see Stargirl in Titans. And we saw Barry, our Barry, in Titans. It wasn't a new scene for Barry, though. It's 805 scene reuse. But we still saw Barry in the multiverse connected to Titans. I don't think we saw Superman and Lois, but I know we saw Barry and Court. Court was a whole new scene. Stargirl was a whole new scene. That Breck filmed for the show. And she's even said out loud she'd like to return. And Grant said he'd like to return, if the project is right. So, it's Superman and Lois, whether the Arrowverse disconnect or not, just do some story to connect to the Arrowverse, Superman and Lois, that includes Stargirl. Obviously, Stargirl's part of the Arrowverse. I know people don't want to admit that, but it is. But just to connect the 2 Earths would be enough for me. Or I guess the 3 Earths, Superman, Lois, Stargirl, and Flash. Or in the Arrowverse, I guess. Not just Flash, but the Arrowverse as a whole. But it's interesting to think about because we were always wondering, well, will the Flash, the final show of the Arrowverse, will it end on a giant crossover? And I mean, we had crossovers. We had Oliver show up, Diggs show up, Ryan, Batwoman show up. Those are great cameos. Obviously, Ryan was a big bad, which wasn't well written, but she was still in the show. But we didn't see Legends. We didn't see, for those who want Legends at least, we didn't see really many Arrow characters besides Diggs show up, and Oliver, obviously. But we also didn't see Supergirl. We didn't see a majority of the Arrowverse characters show up in the last show of the Arrowverse, last season of the Arrowverse. And I think if this crossover worked out the way I think we were kind of hoping it would be, and it's like a perfect world situation here, where, it would have been written very well, it would have been executed pretty much perfectly, but at the end of the day, it really would have come down to what would have happened. And if it did happen, what would have come of it? I mean, it would have only been a crossover for the Arrowverse, and that was it. And Superman and Lois, again, I'm not saying it shouldn't have happened. It should have. It would have been really cool for that point in time. And it sucks that Titans was the last show to do a DCTV crossover. The last one. Superman and Lois most likely won't do one. And they're on their last season. So, I'm pretty sure they are. They are. They're ending season 4. I'm forgetting so much. But the point is that we all know Superman and Lois is not going to do a crossover. Stargirl's not coming back. The Flash is not coming back. The Arrowverse is not coming back. The last DCTV crossover that we really had was Titans. And Barry was reused footage, and Stargirl was new footage, but it's useless now because nothing really matters. So, even if there was a crossover, it would have been cool, but what's the point? Now, it should have been done since 9 of Flash. Because a majority of the fandom wanted Barry and Courtney to meet. Because it just would have been really cool to see Barry mentoring Stargirl. It would have been really cool. And obviously we never got that. But it was a cameo it was a crossover that I really wanted. And I even did several videos over it on this channel when season 9 and 8 were on for The Flash. And when Stargirl was still on too. But the idea that they were talking about it kind of gives me some hope that we could potentially see Barry and Courtney together on like on something. I don't know what. Could be a comic book where like they're teaming up for whatever reason. Could be an animated thing, show, movie, whatever, for like a short, limited time where we see Barry and Courtney coming together to have a superhero team up. That would have been really nice to see. And whether or not we will ever get that, I think it's heavily questionable to, again, what would it be besides crossing Earths? Well, I mean, would there be a villain? There has to be, obviously. And who would that villain be? It could be Thawne, I guess. Or it could be some threat that Jay Garrick, like we saw in Stargirl in 313, came in and said that he needs the JSA's help on another Earth. And we saw him exit through that portal, which was, I'm assuming, to Earth Prime. So it's not like the Justice League on Earth Prime, including Barry, in the future at least, don't know about Courtney. It just means that, so they're going to meet at one point. It's just when. And if we'll ever see it or not. Because again, Barry and Court would be really cool to see on screen together. And would be really cool to be able to see them team up. Same with Barry and Tyler Superman. We've never seen them, working together. And so, the matter of fact is that whichever way it really truly goes, whether we see this crossover or not, it would most likely be the last crossover there was ever has, or had if it did happen in live action. But if it didn't, it happens in animation or comics, there's this, if it were to happen in the future through animation or comics, it would 100% be the last Arrowverse crossover that we've ever gotten. Again, it most likely will never happen in live action, but the idea that it was being thought of, I think, should speak volumes. That clearly somebody at CW or someone a part of the shows was listening. So I guess keep advocating for it. I mean, it would be really, really nice to see it. But I know we won't. But it'd be really cool. So we should keep trying to get it. But the matter of fact is, if it were to happen, it would have been the last crossover. If they ever do decide to do something like that with Stargirl and Barry and Superman and Lois, it'd have to be Superman and Lois. I mean, that's the only way it could really work, I think, now. Again, they can try animation and try comics, but it wouldn't hit as hard as live action. So, hopefully, Superman and Lois, because a pair of balls, the writers over there, wants to be, nice for once to the viewers. And the Arrowverse community that literally made their damn show, we could get it, but we probably won't. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about all this. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. Just safe. And I'll see you in this video. Bye, guys.